Nvidia is scheduled to participate in a conference held by Wall Street on January 13th, which has investors curious if they should buy the stock before the date of that conference. The reason being is that sometimes companies like Nvidia make major announcements during these types of Wall Street conferences, which sends the stock price higher after the company attends these conferences and makes an announcement about a product, about a new innovation, or something about the business that sends the stock price higher. So, understandably, investors are curious if they should buy before or after, or if they should be buying Nvidia stock at all, given that in the last 6 months, Nvidia stock has been almost flat, right? It had those huge gains to begin 2024, and then the stock price kind of flatlined after then. So I'll address those in this video here. Let's take a look.
I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
All right, so here you have on Nvidia's investor relations website, you can see that they're going to attend the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference on January 13th, 2025. Now, healthcare is an interesting category that I've been talking about with Nvidia as maybe the next catalyst following artificial intelligence, or following this initial surge from artificial intelligence driven by large language models. So the next leg for Nvidia's growth could be, and I've talked about healthcare as one of those two potential catalysts, the other one being driverless car technology. The amount of computing power that's needed to deliver driverless car technology is going to facilitate growth for Nvidia if or when driverless technology becomes mainstream. Right now, it's more of a pipe dream for Tesla stock investors, where Tesla's been telling investors that next year we're going to have driverless cars on the roads, and that's been since 2016. If that ever happens, it's going to be great news for Nvidia, because you probably already know Tesla is buying billions of dollars worth of Nvidia's equipment. And if they become mainstream in delivering driverless car technology, Nvidia will be one that benefits. Healthcare, however, is another category that could benefit from artificial intelligence, from the increasing computing power driven by artificial intelligence. Drug discovery could accelerate as a result of artificial intelligence, and we could hear more about that during this healthcare conference. Nvidia management could reveal some breakthroughs surrounding their technology and healthcare, some breakthroughs on drug discovery, on other areas of healthcare that could be that next leg for Nvidia. Remember, right now, they're benefiting from their business as a result of the increasing popularity of large language models like ChatGPT and the data centers that are being built and updated and optimized for artificial intelligence. If this trend for data centers optimized for AI is likely to continue for another 3, maybe 5 years, right? So this breakthrough that we're talking about from healthcare or driverless cars could be following this initial surge of 3 to 5 years of super accelerated growth for Nvidia. And I'll share with you the free cash flow growth that's expected for Nvidia over the next several years. Wall Street analysts are expecting Nvidia's free cash flow to grow from $27 billion in 2024 all the way up to $147 billion in 2029. So again, that's growing from 27 billion to 147 billion over the next 5 years. So roughly 5x increase in free cash flow for Nvidia is expected from Wall Street, based on the current projections, based on artificial intelligence, the data centers that are being upgraded, or newly built data centers optimized for AI. And so these projections don't include a potential breakthrough in healthcare or a potential breakthrough on driverless car technology. So, this upcoming conference with Wall Street in healthcare could really reveal some information about that. And then, if there is a big reveal from NVIDIA management to the analyst at this JP Morgan conference, the analysts that receive that information during the conference will then go back to their desks and evaluate those new developments and incorporate them into these cash flow projections. Could they possibly increase these free cash flow projections over the next 5 years based on what they hear from NVIDIA management in this upcoming healthcare conference? That is a possibility. That's certainly a possibility. And in previous conferences, NVIDIA has revealed some key information that has indeed driven the valuation higher. Now, the reason why these have become even more important for NVIDIA is because of the pace of innovation. NVIDIA is innovating so quickly that it seems like every month or every 2 months or every 3 months, they're coming out with some new discovery, some new development that changes the implications of investors and shareholders significantly. They've said that instead of updating their technology every 2 years, they're now going to update their technology every year because of their increased ability to innovate, because of their increased ability to use their technology, iterate on the technology, and improve. And of course, these results are certainly helping them hire more people, learn from their customers, and develop technology even quicker because they have more resources and more information to utilize. Now, I mentioned that NVIDIA has delivered significant growth, and you can see that here in the last year and a half, revenue soaring from a little under 30 billion to 113 billion, with cash flow soaring and returns on invested capital soaring. Still, despite all those improvements and increases, Nvidia stock is trading at a forward price to earnings of only 30. I think that's relatively cheap based on what investors are getting from Nvidia stock. Nvidia stock is unlike many other stocks that have increased in recent months and years. There have been so many stocks that have increased just based on enthusiasm and hype and momentum without the justifying results to back it up, without revenue and profit and cash flow growth to back it up. Now, I can name many companies. That's where the stock price is increasing. It's just enthusiasm and hype. Nvidia is the rare exception to that rule lately. Is its stock price had increased meaningfully in 2024, but it's because the results had improved by so much in 2024. So to answer the question I posed in the headline, should investors buy the stock before this date? The answer is yes on all accounts. So you can buy it before this uh, conference. You can buy it after. You can buy half before, half after. You can do a dollar cost average plan where you set aside your allocation and you say, I'm going to buy NVIDIA stock in equal increments over the next 6 months. Whatever the case might be, I feel that for long term investors, NVIDIA stock is valued low enough, the price is low enough, and the valuation is low enough to provide excellent upside compared to the risk that you're taking in this investment. Hey everyone, so many of you have been asking about my investing strategy, and I'm excited to announce that I've written a book that's available for sale now that describes my 6-step investing framework for evaluating stocks. I've added the link in the description below.